Take one.
You're watching the Questionnaire podcast.
What can they say?
You are checking out the Questionnaire.
What's your name again?
The Questionnaire.
Would you like to have questions?
I don't got it. I'm not that guy.
Submit yourself.
Super fun and entertaining.
This is the Questionnaire.
6 months later. Wait. Okay. We did that once, right? We did. Actually, it was probably a little bit more than 6 months. I don't know. But whatever. This is season 3 of the Questionnaire, right? And it is rolling. And it is rolling at a different level. And there's going to be all kinds of great things coming up, man, including a convention. I think I'm going to have to make it a true point to get up to. I'm head north, man. And finally, after I don't even know how long, in all sincerity, meet so many great individuals that I've had the pleasure of having on this show. One of them being Scott Wojcik.
Hey, Jay, what's going on, dude?
Man, today was a good day. It was a good day. And the fact that and then this, and our guest is who he is, man, sometimes that harvest just comes in. You know? Sometimes that harvest just comes in real nice, right at the right time, right? And I really hope for everyone out there watching, you're enjoying season 3 of the Questionnaire. Oh my gosh, we've had some fantastic guests on season 3, some great conversations. Rebecca killed me with look, don't be afraid to scare the normies. I love it, man. And that's why sometimes you got to get the harvester out and not be afraid to scare the normies. Yeah, it was Steve McGinnis. How you doing, man?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
It's a pleasure, man, and a phenomenal day. So many great things coming up. I look forward to harassing you. I look forward to harassing you in person at this point, to be real honest. But one, man, I love how adamantly we got the pre-show question over here. You can check them out at the website. There's a link in the description. I need to start including that. We're going to flip some other things around. We got some things, yeah. But you can check out these pre-show questionnaires, hopefully before the guest comes on, right? So you should have been able to already read this. No one, I don't think, has ever answered the question of what vehicle to ride in with enthusiasm quite like you did, Steve. Like, you were, yes, give me the bowl of cereal. Like, I need that in my life. Not even like I love it.
Yeah, I love cereal. So that was like the perfect question and answer.
All right. The question is, what cereal is it in the bowl?
Ooh, man. There's so many good ones. That's the problem, eh? Like, maybe just mix 4 or 5 together, like Frosted Flakes, Captain Crunch, do the whole, run the gambit. Then go into sugar coma.
That sounds like a good one.
Legit. That means all I know is that not only do you want a bowl of cereal to drive around, you want a sedan-sized bowl of cereal to drive around so you can compartmentalize it with different flavors of cereal. Steve, that's serious, man.
Yeah, that more like a Winnebago size cereal.
Love it.
That's excessive. No one needs that much cereal, Steven.
Oh, you always need that much.
I'm pretty sure that we just made another horror comic right there. Some guy in a RV with a massive RV full of cereal. Come on, kids, get some bowl of cereal.
And there's pieces of broken glass and rusty nails in it for them.
What?
It's
no.
like that episode of Simpsons.
Leave the children alone, y'all. Just leave the children alone, y'all. It's really, really rude. All right, I'm serious, right? But I'm gonna make this really, really easy for Larry over there, because Lord knows he does a lot for the Questionnaire, right? And tell you right now, check out our sponsor, Studio Comics, and then we're gonna get back into it, and we're not gonna talk about cereal anymore. I promise y'all. But apparently, there's gonna be a murderous serial killer, and Scott and Steven, I don't want to. Y'all got problems, man. Go get some 20% off some comics, y'all.
We need to restart this whole commercial because people could probably hear Pokemon in the background.
Please check out this amazing promotion that we have prepared with the questionnaire.
I'm the Unknown Factor. This right here is the obscure fragment.
Are watching this show
Yeah, I'll do editing.
with the questionnaire.
So we've edited this awesome commercial together, y'all.
90% off.
We are not giving 90% off.
No, I mean 9.
How about 20?
The only thing that you have to do is enter that code that you have right there.
9.
No, 20.
10.
How about 20?
And print your comics today with Studio Comics Press.
Just use this code right here, right here, right here. Look, I put it somewhere. All right, it's probably actually right here, right here, right. It's right under your chin. It says Quest 24.
That code you gotta enter in our website, and then you will get a whipping discount of 20% in any of the items or products that we have on the website.
9.
20.
9.
20%.
9.
All right.
9.
He wants to give you 9% off. I, as well as Alfonso over there on Studio Comics, want to give you 20% off.
You can get it right there with this amazing code. Just enter it right here. Yeah, just right there. There.
Use that code over at Studio Comics to get 20% off.
Thank you very much. This is a special one for all our friends of the questionnaire.
Type in Quest 24 when you check out, man. You can figure out the percentage you'll get right then because it'll show in your order.
Yeah,
right?
9% off.
It's 20%.
The Questionnaire, the best current comic book podcast existing around.
So happy to have Studio Comics as our very, very first sponsor. Say Studio Comics!
Studio Comics!
Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and do all the stuff that you have to do.
I'm the Unknown Factor with the questionnaire. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah, so check it out. Get yourself 20% off on some comics. Yeah, but we're going to talk about some comics as opposed to cereal, which I think Steve should probably talk about for way too long, to the conclusion I come to. But personally, I just like Cookie Crisp and Cocoa Puffs. I'm basic. My boy won't eat none. Okay, well, at least I got a nod of approval out of Steve. I don't feel so bad, right? Right. So what cereals do you have in the harvester? I'm curious. Do you have any cereals laden within your comics?
No, there's none in there, actually. It's cereal-free graphic novels.
He hasn't worked on Cereal Box Time Machine yet.
A lot of blood, no cereal.
You know, how that didn't click in my head until right now, Scott. It tells you, look, like really? This is why you brought him on, didn't you? Just so you could promote.
It is.
Just so you can promote that. This is a whole ruse. It's very elaborate. All right? Holy freaking crap, y'all. What is that? That's no. Scott, ask a question.
All right. I was looking through your website and I saw that you have won an award, but it didn't say what award you had won. Can you tell me a little bit about that, Steve?
There's been a couple. The one year I won the new new horror artist of the year. That was about new horror artist to watch award, probably about 5 years ago, from this one page and everything. Yeah, so they did like a couple years review of new horror artists back then, and they were like the ones to watch. And then I got it. So
that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. What other ones did you win?
There's been a couple others, kind of minor. I'm always reaching for like that Rondo and everything like that, Rondo awards and everything. But yeah, there's been a couple others like where you make the top of the list and stuff like that. But really, for me, it doesn't really do much. I don't know much anymore. I just like to see people enjoying the art. You know what I mean? And like you know how it is when you're at a show and you like to see the people's faces when they see the art and stuff like that. And that's what kind of gives me my kicks now.
Yeah, especially the ones that come back to your table and comment on your stuff, right? It really does.
Or they kind of give you that, they look at a piece and they're kind of like aghast by it or whatever, you know, and I love that. So that's
I
awesome.
think it kind of pulls from I saw something you had posted on Facebook in your information talking about doing artwork to not to make people feel a certain way, but for people to see it and feel that way, right?
Yeah.
You're not like preaching it, right?
No, I'm
it's
kind of holding a
flow.
mirror to what the world is. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, look, this is the way you should feel and this is the way the world is. I'm kind of holding the mirror up with my art to say, this is what I see and this is what the world is. You know what I mean? Like, you either accept it or you don't. And yeah, so that's the way I kind of feel about it.
And I think that's why your artwork really jumps when you look at it. Like, I saw your most recent one with Pennywise, and I'm just like, I kind of was going through your page and I looked, I'm like, after just finishing watching it, Welcome to Derry, I was
Isn't
like,
that great?
that's absolutely amazing. It was amazing, absolutely amazing.
I watched none of it, gentlemen.
Really?
Look, man, time is finite. I literally was gonna start. I was gonna start with a different book before the other book that I'm saving for someone else that you guys didn't even see, and literally be like, "Oh, no spoilers," because I haven't had a chance to read a comic and I don't know how long even. All right, right? Like, I don't want to talk about it. Don't get me started. So no, I have not taken the time to watch 6 hours of a thing that's not like, I'd rather at that point just go read the novel, which I honestly have tried at a point and could never really get through. But that's neither here nor there, right? If there's a novel I'm going to get to, it's going to be Fabian's, right? But what I want to know now, I'm just rambling. Between it and between what you've got back in the Leatherface. So, out of all the classic horror characters, is there one that you could never get sick of drawing? Is there one you're sick of drawing?
I love drawing Leatherface. I think Leatherface is he was one of the first slashers, right? Like back in the day with Texas Chainsaw, he was probably the first. And that movie had such a pronounced effect on the viewing audience. Like, it was banned in Germany, it was banned in a few other countries. And I think the fact that he's not this like mysterious super killer like Jason or Michael Myers. He's just like an inbred hillbilly cannibal and who likes to wear people's skin and stuff like that, based off the old Ed Gein, massacre. And so, yeah, I love drawing him because you can get in all the nooks and the stitching and everything and all the dry skin. And yeah, who I don't like drawing, probably I'm done with Art the Clown. I'm done with that shit. That phase is past. If I have to draw him again, it's unfortunate, but yeah, that's about it.
It's just
speaking
funny.
of Art the Clown.
Are you asking me or are you asking Steve? Because I clearly am like.
You were about to ask a question. You go ahead, dude.
Well, no, I'm just. I was just saying, in the simple fact of Art the Clown, like, he is somebody. Look, man, I would have turned that movie off. All right, I'll be real honest, and that's terrible because I've actually talked with the actor briefly, or like tried to about the dude coming on that plays Art. But yeah, I did not, because it is. I would have turned it off for the same reason I would have turned off a Serbian film. But different reasons why they weren't turned off respectively within my life at a given moment, one being a radio, one being something we don't discuss anymore. It was, and there was so many moments like, that's just the guy, right? Why is he not dead? Like 30 times over. Did you watch that movie, Steven?
Terrifier?
Yeah.
Or Serbian? I've watched both. Yeah.
Oh, really? You've watched both willingly?
Yeah. I actually worked on the Terrifier franchise for a little bit. So yeah, I know pretty good about Terrifier.
Are you a fan of a Serbian film?
No.
Are you a fan of the Terrifier films?
Not anymore, no.
Why?
Terrifier, when you break it down, it is what I call horror porn. You basically fast forward to the kill because there's no story. You fast forward to the kill, watch the kill, fast forward again to the next big kill, watch the kill, fast forward again, because basically you're not going to miss much with the story. It's almost non-existent, but the kills are pretty interesting. Damien is a good special effects creator and everything. David's a great actor portraying Art the Clown, but as far as story, it's non-existent.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. I'm gonna need another edit. Yo, Steve, you've shifted yourself way far over.
You want me to go this way?
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah, look, man. Hey, look, you're just making Larry's job fucking harder. Steve, come on, don't bust the editor's balls. All right, he's busting. Scotty's over here busting Larry's balls. Whatever. I got a 23. Whatever. I'm gonna just have to tell Larry, yo, bro. Blah blah blah. All right, we're back because I gotta give stage direction. Son of a look, Steve. You move that way. I'm gonna throw an axe, right? But I agree with you as far as Art the Clown, man. It just being that, and I think Serbian. But then I have to ask, as someone that's watched this film, did you only watch it once?
Yeah, that was enough. Then I had to bleach my eyes.
Do you still vividly remember parts of that film, even though you don't want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not going to get into what that film is for everyone out there watching. Don't go watch a Serbian film. Okay. See, and this is from two people that have watched it. All right. Just don't. Even though Joe Donahue, go watch. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to do that. It's rude. I was telling him to go watch that so many times. Scott, it was bad. I know Scott. Scott would watch that, and I don't want to know what he would write, and that's all I'll say. Right? No, I'm good. What's your opinion of that, though, as far as, because you say Terrifier is horror porn, would you say Serbian film is? Because there's a story there. There's a story there, man. And you know that story.
It's more shock value for the sake of shock value. That's basically what that was.
But did you know that, according to the director, that's based... that film is supposed to be showing how the Serbian government treats its people.
Wow.
That's what it's supposed to be a representation of. Really?
From his point of view?
That's what I've heard. I've never adamantly looked it up, but I've heard in enough places to where it was like, oh, well, that's terrifying.
That's brutal. Yeah, I'd be leaving.
Yeah,
very quickly.
Yeah. It makes you be like, I'm never going there. Ever. Yeah. I just wanted your opinion of that as far as that. Do you think you see any of that in comics?
The kind of shock value for the sake of shock value?
No. I mean, I know you see that, man. Come on. I mean, specifically, do you see any comics out there? Especially if you see any bigger ones. You ain't got to name no comics when you're trying to cause no issues. I'm just curious of your perspective to where you really see a Terrifier level of that. I'll say.
No, not much. No.
You said not much.
Well, no one really takes it that far. I don't think they can anymore. With myself, with my books, I can take it as far as I want because I self-publish. But I think when you're in with a big company and everything like that, there's limits now. Even some companies don't even have the blood that's red. They have to put it as black and everything. So, yeah, I don't think you could push it as far as that. That's for sure.
Well, now I feel like I need to do some research and then have a PanCon special about some real screwy comics out there. Right? There's got to be a couple with everybody that independently publishes.
We had Martin on. I know his name. I can't think of what it is. This was 2 years ago.
All you said was okay, no, don't look at me. Did you co-host
I know
that?
in my head.
Did you co-host
I did.
that? Okay, then I don't want to hear it because No, I don't. Yeah, you should know then. You should know. You've co-hosted what, like 40 episodes tops?
Something like that.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear it.
I
Like 300
I know
questions.
his name,
Martin.
but one of his books that he had. See, I haven't seen Terrifier. I have not seen Serbia Moon.
Don't.
But one of his books were like bodies ripped apart, blood everywhere. And I totally did not expect it when I started reading it.
Really?
But I gotta be honest, I actually wanted to read more because the story was so good. And I was like, okay, this is actually interesting. And it, like, at one point he had like this massive creature come out, and you find out that it was the guy from the beginning of the book that was eating everybody. And oh yeah, it was like full on gruesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, but I mean, to that level, I would say like Kill Train from Olivia Briggs is brutal. You know what I mean? But it's a great story. So that's what I'm just curious as far as that, like you said, a horror porn. Which, man, really, that's how you're gonna put it. You couldn't have thought of like a more elegant way. Jeez, I'm freaking paid, Steve. I need to edit that crap out for YouTube anymore. It's getting so picky with everything. Like, he unalived him. Are we really that sensitive? I'm sorry. I digress. Right. What got you into art initially, Stephen? What made you pick up a pen? Was it and what made you want to draw so many sick, disgusting things too? Why couldn't you draw pretty ponies and dogs? Huh, Steve? Why?
I don't know. I was that kid who just constantly drew. If you put a pencil in my hand, I was just drawing. Like every scrap of paper in our house, like the edges of the phone book, like bills that my parents had, anything, always had drawings on them. So they finally started giving me like pads of paper. So I would draw on that, not on all their stuff. Like I would draw on the walls, I would draw on everything. And I'd make like comic books out of stuff. And yeah, I was just constantly drawing. That's just the way it's always been.
Do you remember the first time where you were like, I wonder if I can just do this and live?
Wow. I went off to school to do fine arts and everything, but no one thinks that I'm gonna do this, right? Like even the profs are like, yeah, there's not a good chance you're gonna you're gonna make a career out of this, unless you go into teachers college after and everything. And many years it didn't. I went into graphic arts after fine arts because I kind of panicked. It was like not many fine artists make it, so I did graphic arts. But yeah, it's a hard field to get a job in, and I was kind of lucky in around 07, 08 when the economy tanked and everything. I went out on my own and just started cranking out art.
Would you suggest that as opposed to trying to get some kind of representation to somebody that was just trying to get a start and a foot in? Like, what do you think the best way? Because especially nowadays, because look, man, the game's changed. Like the way everything is done is entirely changed. And especially now, if you want to be an artist, if you can get a basis of people that are your fans, that's just a couple thousand. They can be anywhere.
Yeah.
And you can make a living off of it.
Yeah. The world's definitely gotten smaller. Well, you know what? As an artist, in creating, you're a whole lot happier. Your quality of life's going to be higher, because it's you're creating, you're putting your passion into paint or whatever your medium is, like ink and everything like that. The downside, at first, the first few years, there's going to be a lot of sleepless nights. Like there's, bills are going to be piling up and stuff until you can pay them. But it's kind of a trade-off. It's like yin and yang, right? Like you're personally happy, but financially you're not at first. But then, or you could go and get a job that you just despise. You know what I mean? And you hate that job, but now you're financially set. So you gotta kind of, take it the way it is. Like you gotta make cuts in your life and everything like that if you want to do art. Like you're gonna be up late at night, and you're gonna be doing different art jobs that you never thought you'd do. Like for years I did children's novels, And I didn't particularly like doing that, but you know, at the time the pay was there. So
And it's something I wanted to get into, man, because I love that a 10-page book would turn into a 40-page book.
oh yeah. Here's the thing. I worked with a publisher, and they would get a lot of new writers in there, and everybody wanted to write about. And after a while, I did it for a few years, and after a while, one of my things was that if you're a new writer and it's a personal project, I won't work with you. Basically, because everybody wants to make a book about their dog or their cat, and they're personally invested in this project. And you know what I mean? Like, it could be you're paid per page, and when the contract's set out, you're paid, you know, the money for your 10 pages that you're supposed to produce. Well, in between those 10 pages, the person will be like, oh, well, Maggie, my dog, maybe we should try her, you know, in this position, or try her here, or try her there. So after doing multiple like pages and everything, by the end of you almost have like a graphic novel size book rather than a children's book. So yeah, it's not great.
Well, that sounds fun. That's funny because we just had Rebecca Lee Gardner on, and she writes books for 3rd to 6th graders, and she said it's a sheer, like, she loves it. But I mean, she's doing like actual books, so there's pieces of art in there. So she deals with artists, but to realize, because I'm assuming the books you're talking about are more for like early readers, right? Or
Yeah,
books that you would
yeah.
read to your kids. And it's funny to hear that that's a horror story for the artist, because that is not, like, I would never have thought that, like, you know what sucks? What? Drawing kids or drawing books for 1-year-olds. What?
It should
What do you
be
mean?
fun, you know. It should be great, and it's
Yeah.
great when you have like a writer who has a few years under their belt and they're focused on the story, and you click with them, your art style clicks, then there's no revisions. It's just boom, 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 boom. You get the pages done within a week, boom, you're done and out, and it's great. But then when you get people who are indecisive and new, yeah, it's not good.
I do have to jump in here because I'm laughing my ass off. Pardon my French. Because what did I write for my first couple of stories? Cereal Box Time Machine with a cat and a dog in it as the villain in it, right?
Nice.
I think maybe once I said to Lean, we gotta change this. That was it.
Really?
So
nice.
I was gonna ask, I was like, how many times did you tell Lean, hey, can you try the cat in this position or that position?
you know what? It's funny because I laugh because I was just like, yep, that looks good.
Nice.
I'm like, I was maybe new, but I knew that you don't push an artist to draw it 10 times because it technically doesn't really need it. It's probably good the way it was the first time.
Apparently, people who write children's books do, though. So there's that. That's intriguing, right? But you know, the last question is honestly the most important question on the questionnaire, and the question that, I mean, I suppose I could put it out, since we're going to try and start putting it out before the show now, so people would kind of know what we're going to end up discussing on the show. Now that I think about it, Scott, maybe I should put that out like on the website where people can see it. But one of the things that you put, it spiked my interest because, man, we've had some very, very in-depth wrestling conversations over here on the questionnaire, man. If you check out the first time we had Memphis Quinn on, who he was just on recently again in season 3, but if you check out his first quest, I mean, it got so deep. We were talking Mid-South Wrestling, Andy Kaufman, like,
yeah,
it got deep. Yeah, it got deep wrestling, man. I'll be honest.
Nice.
Like I said, I watched the whatever Pennywise show, and I've checked a little bit of AEW recently. Right? Are you watching wrestling currently?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What are you all watching?
Both. Like WWE, AEW. I watch both. As painful as AEW has been the past year.
Really? Oh man, because I checked out. I don't remember what pay-per-view it was on, but it was the where they had that crazy cage match.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right, and it was like the Bucks, and they're not the execs anymore, and all that. And look, I was
Yeah.
fired. I was I still every time I see Darby Allin, I'm like, dude, you're gonna die in the ring.
Oh, they're gonna cripple that poor kid,
You're
man.
gonna. It's not them, it's him. What do you mean? He's making those choices willingly.
I know,
All
but the thing
right.
is, he's too new to make those choices. Like someone behind the scenes should say, "You want some longevity in your career, man? Like, do you want to last 2 years or do you want to last 10 years?" You know what I mean? Like,
Now, you gotta admit, when he got with Sting, he took
that
it
was
down.
cool.
He took it down a notch. You could
Yeah.
tell Sting was like, "Hey, man, you're gonna die," and you could also see Darby still being like, "That's just my style," and he was like, "Yeah, but dude, you're gonna die."
When you have a vet like Stinger with you, then that's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm glad he got to be able to, because I think he needed that coaching, man. That dude was crazy. Like
Yeah.
I love watching the indies for the fact that, hey man, they'll get really, really stupid. They'll
Yeah.
they'll do incredibly dumb things like that if you watch the WWE, you'll see like 3 of them a year, and you'll see like one
Yeah.
in every match if you're watching it into Independence.
I know. It's almost like the old school days of the freak shows and the gimps and all that back in the day. The guy who bit the chicken head off and stuff like that. Like those indie ones, man. They like fall through like filament tubes and barbed wire and like it's crazy now.
See, now you're making me think old school CZW. Did you ever watch
Oh
the
yeah.
King's Deaths?
Yes.
Yeah. See, you are. So, what's your preferred wrestling? Do you like some like Cage of Death style like that? Do you like more a catch as catch can, or do you like like a Bryan Danielson really going, or do you like a British style? You know what I mean? Like what's your go to?
Wow. It's hard because you couldn't have a whole match of just like, or a whole like pay-per-view of Bryan Danielson style or Bret Hart style because it's all like locks and like technical wrestling, right? Having one match of that's awesome because those guys they move so fluidly and you know what I mean? They're shooters. They know how to get the guy on the mat.
You can do 2 if you have somebody at like an Eddie Guerrero. Well,
Yes.
when you have somebody close to an Eddie Guerrero level,
Yeah.
because there was only one Eddie Guerrero, and
Just
I don't
remember
think,
like
yeah.
Eddie, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, all those guys, they knew how to shoot. Like they were really good wrestlers. And then to fill the card, you could have some of the cage matches and stuff like that and have some of the bigger, you know, destructive guys out there. And that'd be an exciting card.
But I don't care about. I'm saying you personally. What is your personal like? What do you go? What's your go? If you really want to sit back and watch a dope match, and are you trying to go for like Mick Foley, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell? Are you going for some crazy death match like Cage of Death? Oh my God, somebody about died. Are you going for New Jack pushing old boy off the balcony and he really about died? Are you going? Or are you going for like? Or are you going for like Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania, where he actually almost about died too? But or
I
like some
like
Benoit, Shawn Michaels, you know what I mean?
I like
A
Bret
lot of
Hart
almost
Stone
deaths.
Cold when Stone Cold passed out. Like there we go.
That's
Yeah.
so I would say more technical then. All right.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
love the technical.
did you notice how many times in the matches that I said someone almost died?
Yeah. Especially well, you bring up
Like,
New Jack, of course someone's
well,
gonna die.
I mean, that one's probably the close. That one's the only time where the dude was like, "Oh no, I was trying to make him hit the floor." You know, I wanted to like legitimately just said it. It was like, okay, that's You watch much Dark Side of the Ring?
Oh yeah, I love them. I love them, but it's bittersweet because by the end you're almost crying. It's sad.
What episode hit you the hardest?
Wow. There was a couple that hit me hard. You know what one really hit me hard? Canyon. Remember the guy who
Yeah,
played?
I have not seen
Yeah.
that episode.
Oh man. Bring some tissues with you when you watch that one. That one's hard.
There's
Like
a-
what the WWE did to him and everything when he jumped over from WCW, it was horrible. He didn't deserve any of that.
Man,
Yeah.
Man, that's rough. So then WWE is your thing right now over AEW.
Only because AEW's so bad, WWE's just that much better. It's not that they're putting out a better product; it's AEW's putting out a worse.
Wait, see now, I ain't had time, like I said, to check it out like I'd like, but that's besides the point. But what are they doing so poorly? Is it the execution in ring, or is it just, man, this is a bad story? Like, does WWE just have
Okay.
a better story now? Because I know everybody loved
Yes.
Cena turned heel. Ooh,
Yeah.
that was a thing.
There's almost no story in AEW. Like, there's no build up. It's, I'm here. I'm going to beat you up. This is what's going to happen. No one looks like a superstar in AEW. You know what I mean? When you look at a big, impressive human like John Cena, even Kurt Angle, you know what I mean? You look at them and you're like, holy crap, this guy could potentially, rip my head off. You look at John Moxley, he looks like, I don't know, like a plumber that you just had over to fix your toilet. And that's nothing against plumbers. We all need them, but I'm not paying money to watch them on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like, Moxley's like the drunk uncle at your house on Thanksgiving.
Have you ever seen any of John Moxley's death matches?
Yeah, Moxley is like a slow, I don't know, moving, I don't know, shit. Like, he's just, he doesn't know an armchair from an arm bar.
You literally just called him a slow-moving shit.
Yeah, like I said, he doesn't know an armchair from an armbar. Like, that guy, he's lucky to be where he is. He's a mid-card jobber who got propelled because Tony's a mark to basically the world champion. Like, that's pretty much it. Dropping truth bombs about wrestling.
Really, I didn't know we were gonna get this in depth into wrestling, but now I feel like I need to take that clip and be like, hey, here, this came from a comic book show. Someone is just adamantly shitting on John Moxley. I always liked John Moxley. You know, I didn't have that much, but apparently Steve does not. So who then? So obviously, man, I wouldn't say that. I don't know. Does AEW have somebody they could push to a John Cena level? They got some big guys in there. Like they got Lashley.
They used to have Lashley.
Oh, he's not there anymore?
They barely use him. They used to have MJF, who was great on the mic. He looked like a wrestler, good wrestling skill. And then who is the guy? Wardlow. He was like their version of like just a big wrecking ball, and they ruined him. And now he's not even on there anymore. So it's unfortunate.
So you're not an MJF fan?
I like him. That guy. What's cool about him is he stays in character even outside of the ring. Like when he goes to cons, he like takes shots at people. He'll throw the merch back at them. Like, he's awesome, man.
That I think I seen Undertaker comment on him, and he's like, "No, I love him. That dude will literally live like he's the only guy holding kayfabe right now."
Oh, exactly. Like,
Yeah,
I remember a guy came up in a wheelchair, and he's like, he's like, "What do you want, wheels?" Like that to the guy in the wheelchair, and I was like, "Oh God, jeez, you can't say that."
It makes you wonder how big of a dick is he in real life.
That's the thing. Is it kayfabe, or is he just that way? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I don't know. You'd think if like literally you're living your whole life and you're like, look, I just gotta be. I can literally just be an a-hole. Anytime I'm in public, right? You think your home life, you'd come home and just be like, I have no aggression. I've been being a dick all day.
And people accept it. People are like, oh, it's just MJF. That'd be awesome.
Oh man, that's if it's a ruse, it's the greatest one I think any wrestler has ever pulled.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like why not? Now I'm curious. What do you think as far as how wrestling and comics blend? Do you think and what level of blend do you think it is? Because obviously I have a lot of levels. I mean, Chaos did what they did way back in the 90s with WWF at the time. There have been a number of other wrestling comics. I mean, we had
Andy
Mess Studio,
Bellinger.
Mess Studio Comics, and then Andy Bellinger, who also does that book, and then Mess Studio Comics, who he's doing a British Bulldog and Roddy Piper and a couple other people. So
Nice.
yeah. Man, he also does Brian O'Halloran's. He's got him in his hockey book that he's got that I cannot remember the name of.
I love British Bulldog. He was a fave of mine growing up.
There's a comic coming out from Mess Studio Comics. It's already out because he's got. It was a sequence of 4. I think the first one was Rowdy, and the second was British Bulldog. Yeah, and then
Roddy Piper, really?
Yeah. And I probably shouldn't say who the others are, even though I know, because I don't think he's announced that, and I don't want to do that to him because we learn things. We keep our mouth shut over here.
I'm pretty sure Piper was a Canuck too. He was from out west.
Yeah,
Roddy Piper.
And in one of the greatest sci-fi films ever made.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put the glasses on.
Yeah, that's right. And one of the greatest fight scenes, man. Like, that fight scene, like, I was talking to somebody recently at my day job about that. And I was like, look, when he busts the window and it turns into like a real fight, to him apologizing because they were both like dudes with day jobs. And it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just cost you that much money. I was just trying to get you to put these damn glasses on, man. That's all. I said, like, the sincerity in that moment. Priceless. Back to my point, I digress. And y'all should check out those quests. What do you think of the mingling of them? Especially in the fact that if you look at it, what other forms of entertainment have had stories running as long as those have, besides comics?
I don't think many, because even look at wrestling. Like when we're kids watching wrestlers, they're like real life comic heroes. You know what I mean? Like they're all jacked. They're doing stuff that no one else can do. They're wearing face paint. You know what I mean? Like they're real life comic heroes. So the merge of them going to comics is brilliant. Like, of course, it merges beautifully. And of course, after you grow up out of the young phase, you get into teens, you jump to comics then. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're going to start reading those comics. So I think it merges perfectly.
But you do realize...
Follow-up question.
Oh, go ahead, Scott. Sorry.
No, I was going to say a follow-up question to that is, would you have a story that you would want to write for wrestling for a comic?
Oh, wow. That'd be interesting, eh? That'd be really cool. I don't have a wrestling like horror story at the moment, but that could be really cool if you had like a underground wrestling, losers get eaten, cannibalistic story. You know what I mean? Like lucha cannibals down there. That would be awesome.
Steve is copywriting that right now.
Yeah, no one can use that. We're copywriting it right now.
What is wrong with you, man? My whole point, but you also do realize about wrestling and comics, if you look at the big two and you look at the big wrestling company, they're the only things that really retcon things the way that they do in as much as they do with characters. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like nothing besides DC, Marvel, and the WWE have retconned characters as many times as they have. And I think that's kind of fun. Well, maybe, I mean, you might be able to include AEW at this point. I don't know. And I'm sure there are other older companies you could say. But why do you think that is?
Probably they have the legs, right? Like they've been around forever. And I think the storylines were good. And that's why it's gone on so long. And you know, the characters that played the characters, like, you know, like the Undertakers and Kane and everyone, they believed in it. So when they went out there, they sold it, and which made the crowd believe it. You know, and I think that goes a long way.
Do you think that's why a lot of wrestling fans end up translating over to comics based on the similarity within that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
That's just intriguing. Well, I'm just hoping y'all are reading something out there, right? How much you got in the works right now? Steve, we know you got the Harvester out right now. What else you doing? Yeah, I know you got a convention coming up here soon. We're gonna get to in just a moment, right? Right. But what else you got on the table as far as what you're dropping, what you're releasing, what people can go to in the link down below in the description and click and find out all about? Well, but you're gonna tell them now too.
Lately I've been working on a lot of personal pieces. Like a lot of my bigger pieces I've been working on. I've been writing a new story, a World War II horror story, and I'm tackling the Harvester 4 right now. And yeah, so I've been juggling a lot right now.
Spinning plates, man. It's the only way to
Yeah.
do. If you want to be any kind of artist and entertainer, and we'll reconfirm this with Damien Potier when he comes up in just a little while, or maybe he just happened, or I don't know. It's not Christmas. I know there's a tree there. Leave me alone, right? Because there's things and things and things. But it's spinning plates if you want to be able to do that. That's literally it is a circus act, and I know everyone here can relate to that, as well as probably most of the people that have been on this show in some capacity, and everybody for that matter that is going to be at Brandford Comic Con, right? And Scott, you said you had questions, right? And you better have questions. You better have a press pass too, right? Actually, maybe a couple. We'll get into that later. Now I'm just giving Scott crap. I love Scott, y'all. Scott, if y'all want to get booked on the show, hit up Scott and bug him. Stop bugging me. I got other crap I gotta do. I'm sorry, Scott. Now I'm just throwing you under the bus, man. Ask a question about the con.
Yeah. So we have the second annual Brandford Comic Con coming up May 9th, 2026. But we had our first one last year, and you were one of the head guests for the show. My question is, what did it mean to you to be a local artist from Brantford to be the main guest at our first Brantford Comic Con?
Everything. I was completely honored. Especially being in my hometown, asked to be there. You know what I mean? Like it meant everything. I was like overjoyed with the whole experience, and the turnout was unbelievable, especially for a first year show. Like the town came out.
Don't lie for Scott's benefit.
Yeah, it was it really was an amazing experience, right? Because we sold tickets, we did well, and then 10 o'clock rolls around and we all kind of looked outside and we see this massive line.
Yeah.
Not just
Nice.
40 people, 50 people, but it was around the side of the school. And I was like, what's going on? And I think it's a testament to not just the fact that we're putting on a show. It's the fact that, legendary artists like yourself are at the show, that are guests at our show. And I think it was, like you said, it was really important to have you there.
Oh, thanks, man. It was
our main
amazing.
guest. It really was.
For everybody that wants, I gotta say, there's a link. There better be a link in the description to the website. You better have that set up by now, Scott, to where I can put it down. I'm just, I love how I'm giving Scott crap like he is the end all be all as far as Brantford Comic Con too. Like he has the final say in everything. Like I haven't been chatting with everyone, and they'll be coming up on the show. As far as everybody that's going to be at Brantford Comic Con. Right, but there's in the description where you can get all the information for Brantford Comic Con. Get down there. You'll be able to meet most of the questionnaire team, which won't that be a thing, right? Which one of us dies first, man? It's a quest, right? It's a quest. Someone has to die. I'm just saying, right? Right, but it's never the main character. Plus, I mean, you got Steve involved. Lord knows he's going to bring out something horrific, and then we're going to have to deal with it. And what was your favorite part of the first year of Brantford Comic Con?
Wow. A lot of it, like leading up to it, doing the interview at Capcom Comics, just leading up to the whole thing, and then the day of, like Scott said, like when you open the door and you know what, for a first year show, I've done a lot of shows, and first year shows, they open the door and like sometimes tumbleweed rolls in. This time it was like droves of people coming in, and it was just like, whoa, this is crazy. And it was literally a sea of people up and down the aisles, and it just blew me away.
That's cool. You get any I gotta man, see, I need to check your questionnaire. I don't know if you got that question. And I was trying to thumb through it. Ask a question real quick, Scott, while I figure something out, because I don't repeat myself. 'Cause I don't like to
All
do
right.
that.
What does it mean to you to see something like this happen in the city and surrounding area? And then a follow-up question: what do events like this matter? Why do events like this matter for small cities and for local creators like yourself?
Oh, it totally matters. Because this city is predominantly sports fanatics, you know what I mean? And the nerds like us, and we got to think about the kids who are younger too, don't have an outlet or a place to go to be surrounded by the community of like-minded people. And so that the Comic-Con gives that perfect place for them. You know what I mean? Like, it's really important. Like, I remember when I was a kid, if you wanted to go to a Comic-Con, man, this is before Fan Expo, you had to go into the city, like to Toronto, and it was usually in the basement of some comic shop, probably the Snail, and maybe they had an inker and stuff from Marvel, and you were like, oh, this is amazing. But now they're so much bigger, and it's awesome. It's like a giant nerd fest. It's amazing. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for this city too, like, to define ourselves as something other than just like a sports-minded city.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think
Especially when you see the amount of talent that is in Brantford. Like,
oh goodness, yeah.
I've grown myself. I've noticed, like, I'm like literally surrounded by absolutely amazing talent in the city, and you're not just ones that are developed talent, but others that are coming up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You'd never know it until you had the con, right? Like, you'd never know all these people are there, and then all of a sudden, like, there's aisles of people displaying their awesome art and creations, and you're like, wow, this is our whole city.
Oh yeah, no, and I realize that because somehow I'm in the US and there have been more Canadians than anything on this show. I'd almost put money on it. I mean, I couldn't guarantee that because I never would. If anybody ever figures out the amount of guests and where they were from and all that and blah, blah, I'll tell you what, it wasn't me. All right? Because whatever. But there's been an abundance of creators and as far as Canadian creators, and they're all wonderfully talented. Not even that. I feel privileged in the fact that I've had creators on and literally been able to see their development from when I first had them on to now. Like, it's amazing. Like, even oh yeah, man. I mean, Scott and Andrew, even that on the convention, like from when they were both initially on the show to now, and the level that they're at, it's amazing. And I've seen that with so many other people. It's great to be able to watch that. And yeah, there's too many Canucks up in here. Whatever. Y'all lucky I'm a fan of Deadpool. That's all I got to say.
Forgot A. Oh, I forgot to say A.
God. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. All right. That's what I was looking for. Right? That's the weirdest commission you've ever gotten. Request? Like, really? Is just people asking for full nudity from the Terrifier? That's the weirdest one you've ever got? Do you not know the Hawaiian shirt guy?
No.
Okay.
I'm surprised you don't.
I kind of am too, to be fair. What was oh God, I can't remember because there's a backpack guy that was with Rob, he mentioned, and it was a person that's apparently at US cons that asked for weird things. But it's a Hawaiian shirt guy up in Canada. So I was kind of
oh
wait.
He's skinny, glasses, wears ball cap and Hawaiian shirt. Sometimes he wears a flag. At the Hamilton show, he was wearing a flag.
He's
And
he's always at the Niagara Falls Con. Like
yes,
always.
I just keep him moving. Like if he comes up,
Yeah.
I'm just like, keep it moving, because he is crazy as hell, and I just don't have the time. Like, so
My first Niagara Falls Con, I double tabled with Brian Yancey, and they had already informed me of him. And of course, Brian's talking to a customer already, and I saw him coming, and I'm like, no, I'm like, but you should talk to Brian.
oh,
I'm like, oh yeah, he'll definitely help you out, I'm sure.
oh no, poor Bri.
And of course, I can in the corner of my eye, I can see Brian, and he's like,
Yeah, that dude, he's batshit crazy. That guy.
That's incredibly rude, Scott. Especially based on the fact that this is either the third or fourth artist that I've pretty much heard the same, like, yeah, no. Just no. Just no.
yeah.
Wait, so are we
I-
expecting him at Brandford Comic Con? I want to know. Because that's what I'm saying. You're sitting there giving a physical description, Steve, and I don't know. I know this dude is a Hawaiian shirt guy, and then there's backpack, but it's a specific kind of backpack somewhere in the U.S. I don't remember. I'd have to go check Rob's interview again. And I don't remember that one as much because it's been brought up one time. If it gets brought up 3 times, we'll be like, oh, here's the one in that area. Because according to Rob, there's one in every area. Like every area has some weird dude going around conventions that's like Hawaiian shirt guy level.
Yikes.
That's what
scary.
Rob said.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Not at all. No. I'm pretty sure that someone had told me that Hawaiian shirt guys goes to like Montreal, goes to Ottawa, goes Toronto, all of
Get
that.
out, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
he doesn't go to pro tables. He
Oh,
only goes to
really?
the indie table. Yeah,
Oh, man.
anyone in the middle.
That's crazy.
That's so are we expecting Hawaiian shirt guy, Scott?
I doubt it.
Would you let him in?
No.
You would, I mean, can you do that? I don't feel like he's, because I mean he's being kind of creepy, but he's not doing anything that's like over the line from what I've heard. Or wait, maybe I did hear one over the line thing one time.
It's very much over the line, and the first person he asks that tells me that he's there, I would remove him myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
For what he asked for, absolutely not. No.
whatever. I really just all I got to say to switch topics. I want your 1-minute commercial during the Super Bowl. Steve, that's hilarious. Yeah, I ain't even saying what it is. Go to the website and figure it out, y'all. Right? But back to non-creepy convention things. Jesus.
All right. If you could give one piece of advice to a young artist from Brantford, what would it be?
Don't listen to your art teachers. They're usually, from my experience and my son's experience and everything like that, especially in the Brantford curriculum, they're usually fairly unskilled, and they try and keep you, I don't know, conformed and down. Don't listen to them. You just do what you want to do. Like if you want to draw and be an artist, be an artist. Don't listen to them as if they're saying, oh, you're not going to make any money and you're not going to do this, you should be an accountant or whatever. No. If you really want to, if that's your thing, whether it's an artist, drama student, musician, do it. You know what I mean? You're going to be happier in the long run.
And look, this goes back because I fully agree with what you said right there, Steve. Especially when people are in a teaching position, teaching something like this, as I kick my camera, they will never tell you to really go for it because they had already attempted at a point and ended up as a teacher. So that's where their mind is. And what I'll say is something that is very much a new motto of mine. Thank you, Rebecca. Lee Gardner, check out that quest. It was phenomenal. It amuses me. We had a writer that writes books for 3rd to 6th graders on the show, but that's a whole nother point. But don't be afraid to scare the normies. Don't be afraid to scare the normies. That's where true creativity comes from, in my opinion.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you're seeing it with Ashton and Hayden and even Andrew's son Dimitri.
Yeah.
And right, they're all 3 of them, like, you know, Ashton was helping me write Monster of the Abyss, and then Dimitri's artwork, he is just that boy's got some talent.
He does.
So Andrew's gonna have to watch out soon.
They're gonna have their own booth soon at shows.
Who took Andrew's job? His son. Do what? He took my job. You hear Andrew just screaming into the corner. I bloody well love it. Yo, I got another. What? Every time you roll it, Steve, what do you roll for check or for initiative every time? Like what? Like it's really one number every time you roll initiative. You get almost the same number every time.
Dude, I roll so many ones on a 20-sided. It is. I probably set a record. It's terrible. I very rarely I roll the nat 20, and it's usually like a observation check. It's never for like a big, like, you know, a smiting blow. It's like for like, you know, is that mug a mimic? It's just a mug. Even though I rolled a nat 20, you know, it's like
So you get it when you don't need it. I get that, man. I almost died in the sundering. It was really, really, really rough. We're going to be continuing that soon. I'm going to be got some things cooking over here on this show, man. I love it, Scott. I got to talk to you after we wrap this, right? Yeah, things are going to be interesting, and I can't wait for Brandford Comic Con. I'm going to harass. You know what? Better yet, if it all works out, I'm just going to let my son harass you, Steve. It'll be way funnier. I want to be like, hey, buddy, I want you to go around and interview these artists, and we'll see how that goes. What do you think, Scott?
I think that would be great.
That would be
Logan's a blast. So
like I'd be like, buddy, I just want you to go and ask him questions. What kind of questions? I don't care, buddy.
Yeah, and he will. He'll just ask you whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, you should get him one of those wrestling masks, and then he asks it.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
I don't know if I can get him to wear the mask. He might wear the mask. I don't know. We'd have to see about that, man. But not even that. I think he'd end up asking most of you to draw something like draw SpongeBob, and then you draw SpongeBob, and my kid is afraid of SpongeBob all of a sudden, Steve.
I like that idea.
I got enough problems, Steve. I don't need you. Like, my son really enjoys that show. In all honesty, I kind of do too. It's kind of got some funny moments. I ain't gonna lie. So don't, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep him away from. Well, Daddy, what's all that blood and chainsaw and blah blah blah? Now, thanks, Steve. I gotta have a whole different conversation. Like, you got the what is the most horrific thing you've drawn? Is it just like you won't do nudity? Or is it you won't do full nudity? I'm just curious, man. Where's your line? Because I know at conventions, obviously, y'all get some weird requests.
Nudity. I don't do nudity. Here's what I think. When I write The Harvester and draw it, I want it for my son to be able to watch too, to be the next generation of like slasher fan. And so I don't want to be embarrassed to have like full frontal nudity and all that in there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it progresses the story. Of course, in the 80s it did, because there was very little story. So they just threw in some blonde with topless blonde and like, hey, there's boobs. And now you can write a better story. And, you know, I always try and write it for, I'd be embarrassed if my son was in there watching that and I had like gross stuff in there. You know what I mean? So
you heard him, Scott. You want Brandford Comic Con to like blow up tenfold? You need boobs.
The Brandford Boobacon or something like that.
Oh my God. The fact that works so well makes it so much worse. Right. Brandford Boobacon. It's like, that sounds like a real thing.
That would be the creepiest, nastiest con you've ever gone to.
It's just all Hawaiian shirt guys.
Yeah. Oh man.
What did you do to your con, Scott? Why did you turn it to the movie? It's not. It's about comics. We're gonna have so many great creators coming up here on the questionnaire, and we'll be discussing, like I said, a lot of things with them, including the con coming up. What are you looking forward to this year, Steve? Is there something like because wait before that question's answered, like how much can we say about who's coming up, Scott? At this point, like,
Steve, you've seen what we've posted,
Yeah.
so far, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So just that, yeah.
I'm just looking forward to like the energy of it. I love going to cons. I really love the energy. Like I love being around like-minded people, like the nerd fans, the horror fans, wrestling fans. Like I just love it, and I kind of feed off it. Like when I'm done for the day, it's almost like a high, and then you crash. You know what I mean? Like right after. I don't know if you're the same, Scott. Like once you're done
Yeah.
a con and you unpack, you're kind of like, ugh. And yeah, I just love it. And I just think it's great. And it's right in the backyard, you know, and I just think it's awesome.
I'm jealous for that fact, Steve, because I gotta get a freaking passport to come.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the one thing we did last year that very much surprised me, because I'm as you could tell when you guys were doing your wrestling talk, I've never really grew up as a wrestling fan. Now, in the last year or so, that's kind of changed. I don't watch it on TV, but going to see the live wrestling has been really cool. And taking my kids, my Hayden and Ashton absolutely love going to watch.
Awesome.
And the one thing we did with Brandford Comic Con is we not only had the Brandford Wrestling out, but we also had Danhausen this past year. And then that night we did I don't know if it was a Brandford Comic Con wrestling, show. But that was really cool, where it was kind of everybody working together, including, we had Ming there, and Ming was the manager, and it was really neat to see our city really work together. And of course, this year we have Ming and Brian O'Halloran coming, and I believe it's the Friday night. We're having a karaoke night, which I think is really cool.
Nice.
Hosted by Brian and Ming. And I believe we're also having another wrestling night.
Nice.
So I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are with the incorporation of Brandford Wrestling in with Brandford Comic Con, and the Brandford connection to wrestling blows my mind. I was totally blown away by this.
Brandford used to have Brandford's always had a very strong tie to wrestling. Like Stampede used to come here when I was a little wee guy. My grandpa used to take me all the time, and you'd see guys like, I remember King Kong Angelo Moscow was there, Johnny Buzzsaw Weaver. Like you'd see all the guys from out west come up. That's back when there was territories. And Stampede would come here. I know, right? I'm old. And even Jericho on I forget what podcast he was on, and he was talking about towns in Canada that were the biggest stops that he'd go to when him and Lance Storm were first started, and Brandford was one of them. And it used to be a wrestling mecca here, and I like to see it coming back. I think it's amazing. Like I was at that event that night too. My son and I went, and it was a blast, and it was great to see the crowd just loving it. Like it was awesome. And Brandford, it's good to see that, because Brandford's always had a very strong wrestling tie to it.
Yeah, and like you said, the fans, they even brought the fans into it.
Yeah,
which I thought was fantastic. So they, Andrew's two boys were there, my two boys were there, and they were, getting right in it. They had signs and everything, right? And I want to say that someone took one of the signs, or so. I think Puff took one of Philippe's signs. I can't remember, but it was a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, it was
was
a blast.
great that they got everyone in. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So you got that and karaoke, right? Would you ever? I see that there was a point where you considered going into the ring, and it's someone that I've helped take down and set up a ring and just taken a few bumps in one. I never went to do any training. There's part of me that really kind of wishes that I would, because I can clearly run my mouth. It's not a problem, right? Plus, I'm 6'2". If I would have there's part of me that's like, man, if I would have dedicated to myself like that, and just got jacked, maybe did steroids once just to get that build, and then maintained it the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, part of me is like, I can not shut up on a mic. That's cool. I can do that, right? But would you
Yeah.
get in a ring if ever given the opportunity? And what would your limitation like how far would you go? Would you take a suplex? Right?
Oh yeah, like we trained back in the day. Like first we learned
I
to hit the
mean
ropes.
now.
Oh, now I'm too old for that business now. I'm 53, man. Like
You wouldn't even take a suplex in the ring like at Brandford Comic Con, like a suplex.
I probably could, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
a
I probably
I'd
could do
take
that.
a suplex, man. As long as I've
I
seen
probably
the dude
wanna
suplex someone else first and was like,
I'd rather
okay.
I'd rather have like a clothesline or lariat or something like that. No chops, just a lariat, clothesline. You know what I mean? Like
So you heard Steve here at Brandford Comic Con. He's doing the chop fest. He's gonna let every wrestler there line up and just chop him one time right across the chest.
Could you imagine?
That's what.
Oh,
No, dude, I've seen. Well, that's typically at a wrestling school. Like when you
yeah.
graduate, that's the final thing. Everyone chops
You
you.
get the big rubber
Yeah,
arm chop.
yeah. And you typically leave with like a welt.
Oh yeah.
Nothing compares to who Chris Jericho chopping in AEW. Who was it? He chopped his chest till it bled. Or no, Chris
Oh
Jericho got
yeah.
his chest chopped till it was, and literally it was only chops. That's all he took, and by the time it was done, he was bleeding. I feel terribly disrespectful in the fact that I cannot remember that gentleman's name, because he
And
is a legend in Japanese wrestling as far as who he is
Jericho's
wrestling.
chest is almost like gone anyway. Have you noticed that? His pecs are like almost destroyed from all that.
All the chop. Look, he got chopped in the chest until he bled. Have
Yeah.
you ever seen that?
No.
Okay.
But look at his pecs from all that now. Like when he's shirtless, the pecs have almost a concave now. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would
that's
you
nuts.
expect? It had to be over 100 chops easy,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
they were mean ones.
Yeah.
With intent, like a normal person couldn't take 3 of those.
No.
Yeah, but you're gonna line up and take 1 from every wrestler at Brandford Comic Con. Don't make sure you get to it May 9th, right? Right, you can watch it happen to Steven, right? Right, Scott, are we missing anything, or can I do something fun and then something
I got
terrible? See, that's
I
what I
got
wanted to check.
one more question.
Okay.
One more. Okay. So you're running Brandford Comic Con.
Ooh.
All right. And you can pick anyone that you want to bring as your main guest. Who is it?
Anyone, eh?
Anyone.
Wow.
Money is not an option. You can bring anyone.
Oh wow. Wow, I got a few names spinning around my head. I was thinking, oh my goodness, Tobin Bell from Saw, Freddy Krueger. I forget his
Robert
name.
England.
Yeah, Robert England. Man, that's probably Krueger, like Robert England. Wow. He definitely has the star power and the draw power.
Oh,
Yeah. I'd say that. Yeah, because a lot of the other older guys are passing away now, like the whole horror art icons. So, yeah, I'm gonna say England.
Yeah.
Who would you bring? Ooh, I put you on the spot.
Oh, that's a tough question because I have a round table of people that have influenced me from movies and shows that I've watched and that.
Just say Kevin Smith and shut up.
No, it's not Kevin. My dad and I spent a lot of time watching Westerns growing up, and there's one person that kind of stood out, and that would be Clint Eastwood.
Nice. The High Plain Drifter.
Yeah, man. It's
Josie Wales, all that.
Yeah. Now, if it was like you had a group, Sir Patrick Stewart, Jonathan Frakes,
yes,
Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Ian McKellen and Clint Eastwood.
That's man, your guests are way better than mine. Holy cow. Morgan Freeman's got the greatest voice ever, right? Like he could read the phone book and it would sound cool. Like he is just awesome.
No, see,
no shit, eh?
I wanna sit around with Morgan Freeman and Snoop Dogg because I think that would elicit a wonderful, wonderful conversation. I truly think it would, and I think, and if nothing else, and like, look, ain't nobody got to see that. I'll sit with them two and just chill and we'll chat. And if that's not knowledge, then you really weren't listening, man. And I'll tell you, with season 3 of The Quest, I like to think there's been an abundance of knowledge and great conversations, except, just like right here with Steve McGinnis, right? Like I said, come up to Brandford Comic Con, right? May 9th, right? Get there. There's a link into all Steve's stuff so you can check out his stuff. There's a link so you can get to the con, get all the info, find out all about that, what's going on. Maybe like you can offer, or maybe you can pay and get suplex. Come on. Some people want to get suplex, Scott. I'm just saying, I ain't paying to get suplex, Scott. Let's understand that right now, right? Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't take a bump, but I ain't paying for it. But I'm just saying there might be people that would, right? What?
Isn't that in the stipulation? Isn't that in the stipulation of doing these shows, having these guests on for Brandford Comic Con? I'm pretty sure it is. I'll talk to James.
Oh, they all have to take bumps? That's right. I don't know, man. I don't know if I well, you know what, man? Well, whatever, right? That's besides the point and neither here or there, right? But I hope you've enjoyed this. It is the QUESTionaire podcast, right? Our quest with Steve McGinnis. Now, if you have enjoyed this quest, what I want to let you know, right, is what you can do, right, for Steve, is you go, right? Get him a bunch of fairies to just show up. All good chill fairies. Let's clarify that. Like nice ones, not ones that are gonna eat his face, because it all depends on, right? So some nice ones, right? To bring him John Carpenter, right? And a bunch of Thai food, right?
Yeah.
And of course, a Micronauts Baron Kazar, right? Just one of those, though, right?
You won't remember it, Scotty, but you might remember it. Micronauts. Do you remember those toys?
Yeah.
They were awesome with the magnets.
Yeah, but look, don't ruin my end bit. Damn it!
I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm gonna make the next part worse just for that. Right?
Please proceed.
Thanks. Just for that. Right. So you bring them all that, right? And you sit, and the fairies and John and him are gonna sit and just watch the thing while they eat some delicious Thai food. Right? That's what you do if you've enjoyed this quest, right? Now, if you haven't enjoyed this quest, and at some point, maybe it was about wrestling. Maybe you really, really, really don't like what he said about Jon Moxley. Because, Steve, that was kind of harsh. But maybe you really don't like that. So if you don't, what I want you to do, right, is I want you to go. Yeah, I want you to get you a couple skinwalkers, right? To go just snatch Steve up out of nowhere. Take him out into the middle of the woods. Somewhere, some reason, there's an old school TV and a VHS there. And the only movies they have are, what, Dario Argentina, right?
Oh,
All right, that's just all his films. They're gonna sit and they're gonna play those endlessly for him while they just do weird skinwalker things just to make him go crazier, right? And force feed him broccoli just for the fun of it.
oh,
But you know what?
jeez.
Since he interrupted the end bit, let's make it one bit worse. He also every day has to draw children's books, and
Oh,
every one of them will require a minimum of 20 revisions. He has no choice. You brought the skinwalkers. But again, man, that's only if you didn't enjoy the quest. I sincerely hope you did. But I mean, if you want to hate watch. I mean, he really did crap on John Moxley pretty hard, I will say. Besides that, though, 3 more things, right? 1, give it that thumbs up. Or don't, whatever. Yeah, but always get your comic on and have a good
Thanks
night,
so
y'all.
much for hopping on board and listening to the questionnaire.
Keep a listen out to these crazy guys.
The questionnaire.
I missed something.
Like and subscribe.
You're drunk. Go home.
Thanks for checking out the questionnaire.
Don't have a good day. Have a great day.